Welcome to this story. In this story, we will embark on a journey to understand the value of patience in our lives. Through this narrative, we'll explore how patience can shape our experiences and lead us toward greater fulfillment. Join us as we follow the adventures of characters who learn important lessons about patience and resilience. Get ready to be inspired and entertained as we uncover the timeless wisdom hidden within the lesson of patience. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering trees, there lived a man whose impatience knew no bounds. Day after day, he always jumps from one task to another, with little regard for the passage of time. Despite his ceaseless and tireless efforts, his earnings were low, and he often found himself struggling to make ends meet. Then, one auspicious day, a wise and venerable saint arrived in the village. News of the saint's arrival spread like wildfire, and soon villagers from far and wide flocked to seek his counsel and guidance. Seeking solace and guidance, the impatient man resolved to seek the saint's counsel, hoping that perhaps he could offer a solution to his woes. With a heavy heart and filled with worries, he made his way to the saint. Taking a big breath, the man gathered his bravery and walked to the saint. He bowed politely and shared all his problems. His words came out fast, filled with all the feelings he had kept inside. He talked about how hard life was and how he wished for better things. He hoped the saint could give him some hope when he felt so lost. The saint listened carefully, his eyes full of kindness as he understood the man's feelings. After hearing the man's problem, he offered him two choices, each with its own difficulties and rewards. The first option was to serve the saint faithfully for 1 year. Then, at the end of the year, the saint would give him a magical mud pot. This mud pot could make all of his wishes come true. It possesses the power to fulfill every desire. The second option was to serve the saint for 2 years. During these 2 years, the saint would teach him how to make the magical mud pot himself. This option would take longer, but it would give the man the knowledge of how to create such a miraculous and magical mud pot himself. Also, the saint added, "Remember, if the magical mud pot breaks, all its magic disappears, returning everything to how it was before." Filled with impatience and hoping for a quick fix to his problems, the man quickly chose to serve for just 1 year. He dreamed of the magical mud pot bringing him wealth and prosperity beyond his wildest dreams, and he could not bear the thought of waiting another moment longer for his dreams to come true. The impatient man started his journey of service, his heart brimming with hope and expectation as he eagerly awaited the day when he would claim his prize. Day after day, the man served the saint with diligence and dedication, his every action fueled by the promise of riches and success that lay just beyond his grasp. He tended to the saint's needs with care and attention, performing his duties with a sense of purpose. As the months passed and the seasons shifted, the man found himself growing restless. His impatience was very high now. He waited for the day when his service would be complete and he would finally claim the magical mud pot and all the riches that awaited him. He faced tough times during his service, but he stayed strong and determined. Time passed, but he didn't give up, even when things got difficult. Then, at long last, the day arrived. With a sense of anticipation that bordered on euphoria, the man stood before the saint, his heart pounding with excitement as he awaited the fulfillment of the saint's promise. With a smile, the saint gave the man the magical pot. It shone bright like it had special powers. The saint told, "This is the key to your fortune, the source of your prosperity and success. With this magical mud pot in your possession, you shall want for nothing, for it possesses the power to fulfill your every desire." The man felt very thankful and amazed. He took the magical pot with shaking hands, feeling excited about all the great things it could do. He rushed home, eager to see what he could do with his new wealth and power. From that day forth, the man's life changed in ways that he could never have imagined. With the magical mud pot at his disposal, he found himself surrounded by riches and opulence beyond his wildest dreams. His once humble house was transformed into a palace of magnificence and luxury, filled with treasures and delights that seemed to rival those of the gods themselves. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the man's initial happiness began to wane, replaced instead by a sense of restlessness and discontent. Despite his newfound wealth and power, he found himself longing for something more, a sense of fulfillment and purpose that seemed to slip away from him at every turn. The man wanted more and more, so he started doing risky things to feel happy. He spent his money on useless things, not caring about what might happen. He was always looking for things to make him feel good, even though they didn't last. No matter what he did, the man still felt empty inside. It seemed like the emptiness got worse every day. He tried to fill it with more and more things, but it only made him feel worse. He started caring only about himself and wanting more and more. Then one day something terrible happened. The man accidentally dropped the magic mud pot. It broke into many pieces with a loud noise, and in an instant all of his wealth and power vanished into thin air, leaving him poor and alone once more. As he stood amidst the wreckage of his former life, the man felt a sense of despair and desolation, unlike anything he had ever known. For in that moment, he realized the true cost of his impatience and greed, the toll it had taken on his soul and the lives of those around him. With tears on his face, the man kneeled, feeling very sad and disheartened. He realized his mistake and regretted not choosing patience. He wished he had served the saint for 2 years to learn the secret of making the magical mud pot and regain his wealth. But now it's too late for him. Feeling very sad, the man decided to change for the better. He promised to be more patient and humble. As he set out on his journey of self-discovery and redemption, the man started his journey to find himself and make things right. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was brave and determined. He remembered the mistakes he made before and hoped for a better future. In the story, we see a man who acts without thinking because he wants things to happen fast. This makes him do things without considering the results. His impatience causes him to make quick decisions that end up causing problems later on. From the time he meets the saint to when he gets the magical mud pot, his impatience stops him from seeing the bigger picture and learning important lessons. In addition, our story shows how impatience can harm relationships and happiness. We saw how the impatient man's focus on money and success made him lose touch with his loved ones and feel unhappy. His impatience stopped him from building strong bonds with others and enjoying life's true pleasures. This story is a warning about acting without thinking and the need for patience in life. When we're impatient, we don't see the benefits of waiting for things or learning from tough times. It stops us from enjoying the journey and growing stronger from the challenges we face. But even though our main character faces many challenges, there's still hope for him to change and improve. As he deals with the problems caused by his impulsive behavior, he starts to learn more about himself and grow. In these moments of thinking and looking inward, he realizes how important it is to be patient and live life with meaning and direction.